Before I start, I really want to quickly just say that I met Eleni and Prokopi at UC Davis over 10 years ago. And one of the things I learned when I worked at UC Davis was that faculty members do not get promotional credit from their departments for work that they do to advocate for an industry. In my role, I did get that credit, but as faculty members do not get that credit. And I don't think that's really widely known outside the university. I was surprised when I was there to learn this. And so I think it makes it all the more impressive, the work that Eleni and Prokopi have done with the World Olive Center, and they do it, in my observation, because they are very much interested in supporting the producers of Greek olive oil. They're interested in helping their country, and I've watched them patiently work with so many people and work so hard on this event. And this whole event is to celebrate producers and to showcase the research, but we never have a chance to celebrate Eleni and Prokopi, so I'd like to ask that we all stand up and give them a round of applause. Thank you. All right, so I'm giving a quick update on the Hellenic Center of Excellence for Health and Wellness that Dr. Stefanos Kales had introduced at last year's conference. And just to refresh your memory about what this center is all about, it is looking to translate the Greek diet and lifestyle toward individuals and institutions, and thereby prevent chronic disease and promote healthier living. Very simple idea, trying to spread the magic of the Mediterranean to others around the world. And Stefanos has been very effective in bringing together lots of impressive academics and gastronomic leaders from throughout the world, really world leaders. And in this photo, actually, there's Greg Drescher, who's with the vice president of the Culinary Institute of America. And Greg is not a well-known figure in many circles, but he certainly is in the food world in the United States. He's been a proponent and a popularizer of the Mediterranean diet for more than 30 years in the United States in food service and restaurants. Next to him is Dr. Walter Willett, who for 30 years was the chairperson of the Department of Nutrition at Harvard. And next to him is his successor, Dr. Frank Hu, who is also now the current chair of the Department of Nutrition. So they're enjoying the first event that Stefanos organized. And there's also a strategic partnership with this center with Grec Hotel, which has over 40 hotels and 12 key Greek destinations, so it allows the events of the center to be spread throughout the country. But to start with, given that the prototype of the Mediterranean diet is in Crete, they decided to start the first events in Crete, which is very appropriate. So one of the things that has happened since the last time you heard from Stefanos was the first event, which was in November in Crete. And it attracted over 100 participants from 10 countries, 4 continents, all these places as far away as Taiwan and Brazil, and quite a few in the Mediterranean here, and also in North America. And what the event did was basically in the mornings there were some scientific lectures and summarizing some really key information and the latest in academic research on the Mediterranean diet. And then the afternoons were reserved for more experiential activities. And so we went to the holy monastery of Arkadi, We honored some of the young the young researchers of the future who are going to be doing this work, graduate students. We were out in the field to harvest olive. There was so many really wonderful events that surrounded this conference, and I think everyone there was really struck by the power of the Mediterranean diet and of Crete. Some recent developments that we've had in this center, which Stefanos has asked me to participate on as a member of the board, is he's established the nonprofit, finally got it established in recent weeks. He has gained the World Olive Center as a strategic partner, and they helped co-organize the November conference. And I think there's going to be some synergy on the research and the spread of the information that we are learning about the polyphenols and their effect on human health. And Dr. Peter Matos, I think, is an example of the synergy that is beginning with the combination of these two very wonderful nonprofits. And then the third thing I wanted to say is that there's another event that's scheduled for this November. And Stefanos promises this will be bigger and better than even the last one. And some of the information that will be conveyed at this conference will be, there's been some recent studies about alcohol and whether it's as good for us as we may have been led to believe by some earlier work. So Dr. Miguel Angel Martinez Gonzalez, who's headed up the PREDIMED study here in Europe, has some very interesting new information to share about alcohol consumption and moderation. And there will be just lots of different great presentations and a great event. If the past is prologue, we will find a great time in Crete. So to tell you a little bit more about this, I have now a video from Dr. Stefanos Kales, who wanted to extend an invitation and give you a better flavor for what the center has been doing in these events in Crete. So just hang with us for a moment.
Καλησπέρα σας από το Πανεπιστήμιο Harvard. Σας ευχαριστώ θερμά για την ευγενική σας πρόσκληση και την ευκαιρία να σας πω λίγα λόγια για το Ελληνικό Κέντρο Αριστείας και το ερχόμενο δεύτερο μας συνέδριο στη Κρήτη. My friend and colleague Dan Flynn, who is an esteemed advisor of the center and a board member of the nonprofit, has already spoken in English about the conference. Therefore, I will make some very brief remarks in Greek before leaving you with a 3-minute trailer video as my personal invitation to you to the conference this November 13th to 18th in Rethymno. Let me emphasize also my personal thanks and deep appreciation to my beloved friends Prokopios and Eleni and the World Olive Center for Health for their great support and close collaboration as partners in the Cretan Lifestyle Conference. Ο σκοπός του Ελληνικού Κέντρου Αριστείας, Υγείας και Ευεξίας είναι να προβάλλουμε το ελληνικό πολιτισμό και την ελληνική κουλτούρα με την παραδοσιακή ελληνική διατροφή και το ελαιόλαδο μας σαν φορέας. Αυτό σημαίνει να προωθούμε τα ελληνικά προϊόντα πέραν από τα σύνορα της χώρας και να βοηθάμε να κάνουμε την Ελλάδα μας τουριστικό προορισμό 365 μέρες το χρόνο. Θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω θερμά τους αγαπητούς φίλους μου και συναδέλφους μου, τον Προκόπιο και την Ελένη και τον Παγκόσμιο Κέντρο Ελιάς για τη σημαντική υποστήριξη και την άψογη συνεργασία στην διοργάνωση των συνεδριών μας στη Κρήτη. Έχετε ήδη ακούσει από τον Νταν και θα δείτε στο βίντεο ότι οι σύνεδροι δεν μόνο ακούν ομιλίες από κορυφαίους επιστήμονες και άλλους διακεκριμένους ομιλητές, αλλά συμμετέχουν και βιώνουν τις καλύτερες πολιτιστικές και γαστρονομικές εμπειρίες της Κρήτης. Το τιμητικό βραβείο που κερδίσαμε από Busias Tourism Awards για θετική προβολή της Ελλάδας στον εξωτερικό πριν 2 μήνες ήταν μια αντικειμενική αναγνώριση του έργου μας. Σας περιμένουμε όλους τον Νοέμβριο στη Κρήτη. Ευχαριστώ πολύ και σας αφήνουμε μια εκδρομή στο συνέδριο και στη Φάρμα Αγκρέκο. Ευχαριστώ.